Hey guys, Cody here. This clip you guys are about to watch is from the Trainwreck podcast. It's me, Drew, and our buddy Zach doing the predictions for this week's NFL games. Let me know what your guys' predictions are in the comments section. We're going to compare our predictions throughout the season, see who has the best record. So I hope you all enjoy this video. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you soon for more Trainwreck podcasts and other NFL and WWE content. Hope you have a great day.
What I'll say.
So we're kicking week 2 off on Thursday Night Football, Minnesota Vikings at Philadelphia Eagles. Minnesota looked terrible against Tampa Bay, and the Eagles are a way better team. So I think it's going to be a repeat of last year's game, and I think the Eagles are going to blow them out. I'm going to go 31-17. Zach, what about you?
Honestly, I'm going to go with the Eagles because, like you said, the Vikings did not look good at all. And the score that I predict, I'll probably go with like a good 31-17 Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the same score as me. Drew, what about you, bro?
Seeing what I was thinking, the Eagles didn't. The Eagles look sloppy during the Patriots game,
Yeah.
so I think it's honestly going to be a little bit more closer game than you guys are projecting.
Mhm.
The Vikings they don't look good, but their hand they still have Justin Jefferson. That defense is nothing to sleep on. Still, in my opinion, it probably like 28-21.
I mean, I could see it just because it's a short turnaround for the Eagles because, it's only 3 days to clean up that sloppiness. Because, yeah, they almost gave that game away to the Patriots. They started out with that big lead and then let the Patriots come back. So definitely something
Right.
they're going to have to work on.
I don't honestly. I don't. I guess see them lose to be honest too because they don't really have like that dominant running back one right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a good point, but all three of us are going with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yep.
I, Green Bay Packers at Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons were carried by their two running backs, Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson. Desmond Ritter, didn't throw for that many yards. He had a good completion percentage, 15 of 18, but he wasn't the reason that the Falcons won that game. It was their defense and their running backs. Jordan Love looked really great, but he was also playing the Bears. And I feel
Yeah,
bad for
true.
Bears fans. They were like, "Oh, Rodgers is gone. It's our time." And then Jordan Love smacks them around, and they've now lost 9 straight to the Packers. I am going to roll with the Packers on this, but the key for the Falcons is going to be keeping the ball away from Jordan Love and using those good running backs. But I don't know. The Packers should probably have Christian Watson back, and I think I'm predicting them to win.
Is it my
Zach, what
go?
about you? Yeah.
Well, to be honest, yeah, like if Christian Watson, well, regardless, I got Green Bay regardless. But if
Mm.
Watson's back, then for sure Green Bay's like gonna probably kill these cats. Uh, to be honest, like the Falcons, they got good running backs, but they just need a quarterback. That's it, man.
Mm.
And they might be doing something because Drake London, he didn't do nothing at all last week at all. And
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Green Bay hitting a good 35 to Falcons, probably at most 10. We'll go 10.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. I feel bad for anyone that thinks this is going to be Kyle Pitts' year to finally break out because I mean, the first 2 years have been any indicator. He's on his way to being a draft bust, him being drafted 4th overall, and he hasn't really done
Yep.
anything in this league. Drew, what about your
He
prediction,
had
man?
that 1 year.
Yeah.
See, then I'm going to kind of repeat myself, like I said last week. That if they're going to want to win the Falcons, if the Falcons want to win this week, they're going to have to use all their weapons for point A to point Z, and that's how they pretty much won last week. Is kind of use all their weapons and let the defense pretty much carry the game. But at the same time, the Packers are just a way better team. They have way more weapons. The defense is a little bit more nastier than the Falcons, and or that Jordan Love is just a little bit more frying than the Falcons quarterback. In my opinion, it's going to be Packers going to win, but it might be a little bit more closer game. I think the Falcons running back duo is going to carry them a little bit more. Yeah, probably going to say like 35-21. It's going to be a little bit high scoring game, in my opinion.
Mm.
I
Now,
like
for
that.
the
I like
two
that.
Raiders fans that are now in this call, Las Vegas Raiders at Buffalo Bills. Uh, which one of you two wants to take this one first? I'm sitting out on this. I'm picking the Bills. You guys can both hate me, but I'll let you guys just take your expertise on this.
You go ahead, Zach.
Drew, what? All right, all right. Well, honestly, like I'm gonna go ahead and go with you, Cody, because I don't think we have the defense for Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
we're a decent defense. We're not good, but we looked bad last week. We looked bad. With Chandler Jones being out, I don't know how long he's going to be out. I don't even know if he's ever going to play with us again, but we got to get something going, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think honestly, I hate to say this to be a Raiders fan, but I think they're going to really probably. I wouldn't say beat us bad, but they're gonna win by a good 10, and I'd probably say it'll probably be like 28-14 or 17, something like that.
I mean, that's not there's no shame in losing a team that is a Super Bowl favorite, you know.
Yeah, and I mean they've been what is it conference? Their conference or whatever. I can't
Division.
divisional. Yeah, they're division champions for what, like
Yeah.
6 years now or something.
I think three. They've won it every year since Brady left the Patriots.
Yeah, that's good. Good
Drew,
stuff.
what are your thoughts on this game?
So I got something to bring up. I know it's Hunter Renfrow didn't play last game. That's kind of leads to a conclusion. It's going to get traded this season. So I wonder if you're going to get a little bit more play activity this game because if we're going to win, we're going to use all three of three hydras of our wide receiver, Adams, Myers, and Hunter Renfrow. And knowing that, we got to bring our tight end Myers. He needs to
Mhm.
get a little more refining, a little more play activity. And Josh Jacobs is going to have Josh Jacobs needs to get back up with his consistency. Him and
Yeah.
Samir White.
Yeah, because I
It's
mean 19 carries for 48 yards is not good.
no, especially a 1,000-yard running back.
Yeah, because he averaged 2.5
I
yards
mean,
a
but
carry.
isn't Broncos defense considered like top five defense in the league? I
I
think
mean,
that's what I heard.
I mean, it's a good run stuff for defense, but for Josh Jacobs, this is kind of
I
lackluster
mean,
for
yeah, he was
Josh.
number one last year, so he should have more than that. I feel you.
I feel
But
like some of it's
also, Jacoby Myers, I think he's out with a concussion, so he probably won't even be playing.
That's true. There's reason why we got to get on Renfrow in the game plan quick. We can't let him
Yeah,
keep sitting out.
and
Broncos
Max
had the
Crosby can't be the only one making plays on defense.
True.
Broncos had the third best rushing defense last year. So
Yeah, and
But
usually,
here's the
go
thing
ahead.
about with our offensive line, the Bills' defensive line is scary, and it's already one of the best pass rushers. And one of our offensive line is trash.
yeah,
I mean,
because
yes,
I
we
mean
got
the
Colton Miller that can hold to the left, but everything else is it's a toss up.
yeah, because the Bills have abused Zach Wilson because I got that game on over here and they're whooping Zach Wilson's ass.
So here's the thing with Jimmy G. If Jimmy, this is gonna be scary for Jimmy G because if he gets hit, gets injured again,
You guys
and we
get
put
Aiden
a
O'Connell. You should be rooting for that. Root for to get Aiden O'Connell on the field.
Dude,
yeah, but I don't
Jimmy
want
G
a
got hurt last game, and they put Brian Hoyer in.
Really?
Yes, I promise. He went down with like just like Aaron Rodgers, and then they went to the tent. Next drive, he came running out onto the field like he was ready to go, so they put him back in.
Really?
It was so scary as a Raider fan, just knowing that we probably just wasted our whole year. But he got back out.
Uh,
yeah. It's the thing is, I want Aiden O'Connell's first game versus the Bills defense. They'll
That's
just
true.
tear him up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else about this game?
Yeah, hold
No,
on.
we're good.
All right.
I'm gonna pick the Bills to win,
Okay.
but I could see a Raiders upset to be honest. But
I could
I'm gonna
see it.
say
I could
28 to
see it.
21. I think it's gonna be a lot closer than what we think.
Moving on. Ravens at Bengals. Bengals looked horrible in week 1 against the Cleveland Browns. Joe Burrow didn't even throw for 100 yards and he played 4 quarters. Baltimore, on the other hand, Lamar Jackson wasn't that impressive. Drew, you called it. You said that Lamar Jackson was going to throw an interception, and he did. And he also didn't throw for any touchdowns. And they didn't really get their receivers involved. Zay Flowers had a great game, but OBJ, I don't think he even registered a catch. But this has to be a get right game for the Bengals. I feel like it's going to be a high scoring affair. I'm going 41-38 Bengals.
Well, honestly, neither of these teams looked good last week at all. So
Yeah.
if Joe Burrow don't get his head on straight, then their team might just not go to the playoffs at all. But last week J.K. Dobbins, he went out with that ACL injury, and it's something. I think it might be something to do with their field. They might need to change something up there for their players. But I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I'm going to go ahead and go with Ravens to win in this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and go with go ahead. I'm going to think about what I want to score it, but go ahead.
I say you don't have to give a score if you don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, say we didn't do that last week. We only did it for some of the games. I mean, Lamar Jackson, I think, can run all over the Bengals because he's done it before, and that's going to be the key to the Ravens' victory. Drew, what's your prediction?
So, I think this is gonna be the Joe Burrow turnaround. I think he's gonna bust some of that rust off, and I think he's gonna actually play out a good game. This is gonna be the game. This is gonna be the reason why he's gonna be MVP, in my opinion. With the Ravens, says J.K. Dobbins is out, and they got another running back out. Now they have Gus Edwards as running back 1. It's not looking good for them. And yes, they have a good wide receiver core, but their tight ends, Mark Andrews is still questionable. Their left tackle is questionable. Their center is questionable. Their free safety is questionable. Their Humphrey is questionable. They got a lot of injuries coming up for them. So I'm going to say the Bengals go to win. I think it's going to be like a 35-14. I think Lamar Jackson's going to be contained.
I don't know if it's going to be a blowout like that, dude. Not with how the Bengals looked last week.
Yeah, but I'm not convinced the Ravens.
Josh Allen just threw his second interception, by the way. Jets had the ball down by 7 at the end of the third quarter. Seattle Seahawks at Detroit Lions. The Seahawks look like absolute dog shit against the Rams, and the Rams I don't think are a good team. The Lions have all the momentum in the world coming off a big win against the defending champs. Yeah, I'm going with the Lions by a lot until the Seahawks do something to prove me otherwise. Yeah, I'm rolling with the Lions. I'm on their hype train. And yeah. Zach, what about you, bro?
Honestly, I'm on the hype train to go Detroit, honestly, because dude, they've been down for so long, just like the Raiders, and I'm tired of seeing the same teams, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same teams going. It's good to see a new team. They're all young too, and that's good. And I love their coach. Their coach is like, it almost makes me want to cry seeing his videos whenever he just comes out and he's just like talking about his team and stuff like that, and he like gets coughed or like choked up and stuff. I'm like, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Lions. Geno Smith. I mean, I'm not gonna. It's gonna be a close game because Geno Smith's a fighter, and I don't know who's all on that defense anymore. I really didn't get to see their game last week, but I'm going with the Lions for sure.
Yeah, if there
But
was like
I,
jerseys for coaches, I would buy a Dan Campbell one.
For real.
yeah,
Yeah. I love that man.
for real, he's a good coach.
I want to say to the Lions fans, thank you for beating the Chiefs. Fuck the Chiefs. Fuck you, Chiefs fans. I just gotta be a
Yeah,
Lions fan. I'm gonna go with the Lions hype train. I'm very disappointed with Geno Smith. I really thought Geno's was gonna win and actually have a good game, but man. But I'm gonna say
honestly, the Rams came out swinging.
yeah. But
And that
I
was
didn't know
without
that,
Cooper
but yeah,
Cup.
they
And that
had
was
to have
without
came out
Cooper.
swinging.
Yeah. And that was without Cup, their best player.
yeah. I'm gonna say Lions probably like 28-10.
Mm. All right. Colts versus Texans. Oh, do you have something else, Zach?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, did you guys see that meme where Geno Smith said, "Oh my God," when he seen Aaron Donald coming for him?
Yeah. His life
I
flashed
was
before his
dying.
eyes.
Yeah, he said,
Yeah.
"Oh my God."
That was
I thought that was
amazing.
funny.
All right. Colts versus Texans, battle of the rookie quarterbacks. One looked really good. I was shocked at how good Anthony Richardson looked. The Colts actually might be better than I was giving them credit for because I thought they were going to be in contention for the first overall pick. CJ Stroud, on the other hand, did not look that good. Asshole cost me some money because he didn't throw for a touchdown. I would have hit my prize picks bet if he would have threw for a touchdown. So just for that, I'm going with the Colts. Don't got a score for it, but I will say I was very impressed by Anthony Richardson, and the defense did create some turnovers against Jacksonville. I think that was more of bad Jacksonville than good Colts. But yeah, I'm picking the Colts to pick up the win here, even though it's on the road. Zach?
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Colts as well because I like Anthony Richardson. He looked really good. He rushed for a touchdown. I think he threw for a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Did he throw an interception? I don't believe he did, but
He did
I think
not.
he did.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, clean game.
So I don't know. Jonathan Taylor, he's not coming back for 4 games. I am gonna go with the Colts though. So I'm gonna say they really kind of let the Texans have it, really, honestly, because it's just I really like Anthony Richardson's hype right now. He looks really good out there.
And the Texans defense sucks. So I feel like he's gonna have a better time when he's not having Josh Allen rushing at him. And the Jaguars have a good defense. The Texans don't. Speaking of defense, Zach
Texans,
Wilson.
Go ahead. I'm looking right now. What did you say?
I think Zach Wilson just threw another interception.
Really gonna suck for them because it's 13-6 right now. But it just went to commercial. I couldn't tell. But they only got Will Anderson on their defense and Derek Stingley, I believe.
So you're rolling with the Colts as well. Drew, what about you?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna roll with the Colts. Anthony Richardson looked really good. And not only that, the Colts actually has some good defensive player like DeVorce Buckner, Quinn Pay, Darian Buckner Jr., Ronnie Thompson. There's a few key players they have in the defense. I feel like CJ Stroud is going to struggle.
Yeah. So this is a game I honestly think should be on prime time. I don't know why it's on at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But the Kansas City
Chiefs. The news?
What?
About the Chiefs?
No, I didn't. But Kansas City Chiefs at Jacksonville Jaguars. Zach, you can go ahead and start off with the first pick here since you got some news.
All right, well, the news, Chris Jones, he's coming back for them.
Mm-hmm.
They got a deal worked out probably, I don't even know, like 3-4 hours ago. So
yeah,
he's nasty. I wish they weren't. I was hoping that they were going to hold him out for 8 games, honestly, being a Raiders fan, But I say, honestly, the Chiefs are going to smoke Jacksonville, I think. Even though they dropped a lot of balls last week, they didn't look good offensively. Patrick Mahomes did, but their wide receivers dropped balls that were right in the numbers, right in their hands. And I believe Andy Reid, he's a good coach. He really is, even though I hate him so much because they're just always in my division beating my team. And nobody likes that. So, I'm going to go ahead and go with Kansas City on this one. And Trevor Lawrence, I like him. Calvin Ridley, oh my goodness. Cody,
Yeah.
that's why you beat me, dude. You had like 40 points or something with just them two, dude. You were
I
like
know.
killing me, man.
That was my strategy, dude.
Sick.
So I could stack receivers, and I got lucky with Aaron Rodgers getting hurt because I don't think Garrett Wilson's having a good game. So
Yeah, no, he's not.
I'm 1-0 in both my leagues.
I think I lost every single one week one.
Really.
I'm in 4.
I am gonna roll with Jacksonville. If they can clean up those turnovers, even if the Chiefs have Travis Kelce back, I'm just high on the Jags, even though I don't like their owners too much. But I'm just high on the Jags. I'm high on Trevor Lawrence. Calvin Ridley looked good. If they can get the other receivers that had good games, but if they can get them kind of on the same level as Ridley, the Jaguars are going to be scary. And unless they get Kadarius Toney some new hands, I don't really think the Chiefs have a receiving threat except for Sky Moore. Blake Bell looked good, but the things with the Lions is they didn't really have to play the tight end. So when the tight end got open, it was because no one was covering. They were dropping that safety to handle the run game because they weren't worried about getting beat because Travis Kelce wasn't there. So the Chiefs couldn't get the run game open, and when they threw it to a tight end, they were wide open because that safety was worrying about the run game. Even if they get Travis Kelce back this week, I don't think he's going to be 100%. I think he'll be a little slowed down. And I'm going with Jacksonville on the upset. It's in Jacksonville too, which I think accounts for something. And Drew, you got the tiebreaker here, buddy.
I'm going with Jacksonville as well. The reason being, there's too much inconsistency with the Chiefs. You don't really have the true number one running back one for the Chiefs. Their wide receiver core is inconsistent as the Raiders win rate. Travis Kelce is out, still questionable. Jawan Taylor looked like dog shit for them. And that defense they have is God. It's a lot worse than I thought. With Chris Jones, it would look better. But they got a lot of work to do to fix that Chiefs go back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, if they can get Trevor Lawrence to start seeing ghosts, I feel like that'll help him a bit, but because Trevor Lawrence doesn't respond the best to pressure.
No.
But this one's going to be an easy one for all of us. Bears at Buccaneers, picking the Bucks. Bears suck. Drew, what about you?
You go ahead, Jared. You go ahead.
I think Zach's
Man, this is the first part of the podcast. But I'm going with the Bucks. I'm a Mayfield kind of guy. Bears just dog shit. I'm not behind a Justin Fields hype. I thought he's always been bad. And, he's your typical Ohio quarterback.
Yeah. Zach,
So
you going
I
with the
am
Bucks?
gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Bears.
You going with the Bears? All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears.
And then this is another one, easy one to predict. Even though the Chargers lost in week 1, it was a shootout. The Dolphins are a good team. Tennessee turned the bar over a bunch. Ryan Tannehill sucks. And whoever they had to replace him is going to suck too. Tennessee is going to be awful this year. So Chargers, they're going to steamroll Tennessee.
Yeah, I believe the same thing, honestly.
Yeah.
There's not much to say. Yeah, I believe too.
All right, clean sweep there. Now this is interesting because the Giants just got their soul taken by the Cowboys. And I don't know much about Arizona other than that they suck. But you know what? If they win one game this year, it's going to be against the Giants. Give me the Cardinals.
Well, honestly, I'm gonna go with the Giants, even though they did just lose 40-0. If they don't do something right now, then their team morale is gonna be like really low. You know what I'm saying? If they can't beat the Cardinals, I don't even know who plays for the Cardinals anymore. I don't even think Kyler Murray's playing. Well, actually, Joshua Dobbs, he did look good last week.
Yeah.
I seen some of his stats for him. That's kind of good, honestly. I was surprised. But yeah, I got the Giants just because, man, there's no way they lose again. Not saying that they're the best team or nothing like that, but they can't go out losing again after a 40-0. No way.
I don't know, man. I don't got a feeling. I don't got a good feeling about this. Drew, tiebreaker.
I'll go with the Cardinals. And we'll give a little bit more prediction. I think this is going to be the first firing of a coach.
You think Brian Daboll is going to get fired?
No, not Brian Cable. Maybe a coordinator.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they come out looking bad, their offensive coordinator might be gone.
Because I don't think that their head coach is that bad. I think that was a coordinator problem.
Yeah, I don't even know who calls plays for the Giants, but they didn't set Daniel Jones up for success. And I mean, the other thing is Daniel Jones had more carries than Saquon Barkley in that game the other night. And
that's said, that should not be a stat line.
Yeah. So, all right. All right.
Cool.
This game, I think, is going to be a beatdown. 49ers at Rams. Yeah, the 49ers defense just took apart the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Rams, I mean, they looked good against Seattle, but I feel like that was more of a fluke. And they still aren't going to have Cooper Kupp and that defense against Matt Stafford, who's a turnover machine. Yeah, I'm going 49ers by a lot.
I'm going to go ahead and go with 49ers too. Brock Purdy, he looked excellent. Christian McCaffrey, he's a dog. And like you said, I didn't expect the Rams to do anything because honestly, I really thought that the freaking Seahawks won. But, I'm going to go ahead and go with 49ers. Good 14, 17 points, something like that, if not more.
Yeah, they're going to steamroll them. It's going to be a good week to have the 49ers defense on your fantasy team.
Yeah. As pains me to say this, I want to see the 49ers lose because the majority of my family is 49ers fans. But I'm going to say 49ers going to win, like 42-7. And because the 49ers just have so much weapons, and that defense is nasty.
Yeah.
And Brock Purdy is that guy for 49ers.
Yeah. I love Purdy. I think he's really good. And the 49ers, this is their one chance to win the Super Bowl because next year that Nick Bosa contract kicks in, that Deebo Samuel contract kicks in. About $130 worth of their cap is going to be taken up by like 10 players next year. So the 49ers really got to get it done this year, especially with having Purdy on that rookie contract.
Yeah, because when his contract comes around, he's going to get paid.
So the one rule with this podcast is I don't predict Cowboys games because I ain't jinxing us. I didn't pick us last week or anything. So all I'm going to say is if Pretty Boy Rogers ain't playing, I like our chances. You guys can go ahead with this game.
I'm going to go ahead and go with, if Rogers is out, for sure, Cowboys. But if Rogers is just like, he just got like a little hurt on his ankle or something, I can see the Jets coming out and doing a couple of things, But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Cowboys because they looked phenomenal. Y'all's defense looked great, but Dak, he's going to have to get it together.
Okay. I'll be a little more harsh than last week. If the boogeyman comes to Dallas, Rodgers has the Cowboys numbers. The Jets going to pretty much cursed off the Cowboys if Rodgers plays. But here's the thing: if Rodgers doesn't play, the Jets are better than Giants, hands down. But the Cowboys offense did kind of look sloppy against the Giants, in my opinion. Even though they had the 3 touchdowns, I would still like to see a little bit more hustle with them.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's going to depend on Rodgers. Rodgers plays is easy Jets. If Rodgers don't, Cowboys just curse off them.
Yeah, because I don't like Zach Wilson against Micah Parsons, Stephon Gilmore, Trayvon Diggs, Ron Bland, DeMarcus Lawrence. But Rodgers, yeah. So I think the Broncos are going to rebound against the Commanders. That's just a feeling I have, even though I don't think the Broncos are any good. I don't think the Commanders are any good either, and I'm picking the Broncos to rebound at home.
I'm going to go ahead and say the same thing just because, honestly, I know my defense isn't all anything, but Russell Wilson, he was making a lot of rollout passes that were good. He didn't look bad at all. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Broncos. Sam Howell, is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Okay, he looked pretty good, honestly. He didn't, for him being who he is, he didn't look bad at all, but I don't see him going out and winning another game.
Yeah. Especially,
or at least not against the Broncos, is what I'm saying. But
because I mean, they let the Cardinals hang in with them, and that isn't a good mark on Washington.
Right.
Drew, you going with the clean sweep?
So I'm looking at the Washington Redskins. No, sorry, not the Redskins. The Commanders. Look at the depth chart. They have a lot of people in their injury reserve, and a lot of them are questionable and suspended. I think the Broncos are going to win, but I think it's going to be kind of like an ugly win. It's going to be close, kind of like a 18-21 close.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think the Broncos is good, but I don't think they're good enough to like curse on the Commanders.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. I think it'll be boring because the Broncos defense is boring or offense is boring, and the Commanders offense is boring. So I think it's going to be more low scoring. I think 13-10.
But here's the thing with Russell Wilson: when Max Crosby got off his edge, and pretty much Max Crosby had Russell Wilson's numbers. And if Chase Young, he's questionable right now, but if he plays, he pretty much did the same thing what Max Crosby did. I can see the Commanders winning, not gonna lie.
Yeah, and the Broncos, or not the Broncos, the Commanders have a lot of people on their defensive line. There are a lot of dudes you've never heard of because, the team sucks, but Commanders' defensive line is good.
Yeah, Commanders' defensive line. It's just pretty much Alabama. Chase Young, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez West. I think they're all from Alabama.
They might be. I have no idea. Looks like Chase Young's going to be out until week 3.
Yeah, true. But Montez Sweat, can play.
Yeah. Dolphins at Patriots. I got the Dolphins by a lot. I don't think the Patriots got anyone that can keep up with Hill and Waddle.
I think it's going to be a blowout. Dolphins is going to win by 3 miles.
Yeah, this is a terrible game to have on Sunday night. It should be the Chiefs and Jaguars.
This is going to be the reason why I'm taking the Patriots running back off my chart.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Well, I don't know. Austin Eckler and his backup both had a bunch of rushing yards against the Dolphins. I might keep them if I was you.
I don't know. David Montgomery looked pretty good. And plus, I got Joe Mixon now.
Yeah, but he's also splitting carries with Jahmyr Gibbs. I put Stevenson in your flex spot.
I probably will, depending on Jacoby Myers'
stats. Zach, who are you picking for this game?
I am going to pick the Dolphins as well. I don't know who they're going to have on Tyreek because, like you guys said, I don't think anybody's that fast. They got that rookie, Christian Gonzalez. He's pretty good, but I don't think he's that fast. So, I think it's going to be a Dolphins win, easy win. Bill Bell, he's about to retire soon. His teams are not looking good no more.
I said this in my live stream the other night. I think Bill is just coaching to beat Don Shula's all-time wins record, and after that, he's gone from New England. He still has like I think 20
Probably.
more wins to go.
Yeah, and
I
then
can
there's
see that
probably no
happening.
one ever going to do that again
Yeah.
for them. So,
Josh Allen just threw his third interception to Whitehead of the Jets.
Jesus Christ. Are you trying to lose?
They're getting close to it. The Jets have a chance to tie it up. If Rodgers was playing, they'd be blowing them out right now. By the way, y'all, we are recording this on Monday night. Um, Speaking of Monday night, there is going to be 2 Monday night games next week. Saints at
what?
Panthers. Yeah, Saints at Panthers. That game is going to be interesting. I think the Saints win because Panthers, they did not look good, and the Saints, I think, are a better team than the Falcons.
I'm going to go ahead and
So
say the same thing. I didn't watch the Saints at all. Didn't keep up with them at all or anything, but I'm going to go ahead and say the Saints. I don't think the Panthers have what it takes on defense to do what it takes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you rolling with your
I mean,
boy Carr, Drew?
I'm a big Carr fan. I'm just looking right quick. Hold on.
my dad hates Derek Carr, dude.
Really?
Yeah, he was so happy when the Raiders got rid of him.
What's he think of Jimmy G?
I mean, after he was happy, once I told him that we got him, and then I told him he's just like, basically the same thing, just another Derek Carr, and he's like, "Are you kidding me?" He just starts blowing up and going crazy. He's like, "Do you mean to tell me we got rid of a Derek Carr to get another one?" I said, "I mean, kind of. He's won more games. I mean, he looks better on paper than Derek Carr, but it's only because he's played on better teams. I feel like, you know."
Yeah. I will roll with the Saints. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Saints. If with Derek Carr's weakness, if you put pressure on him, that's where he starts doing a lot of his mistakes. With the Panthers, they have Brian Burns, and they also have Shaq Thomas, Justin Houston, Frank Louis. Frank Louis is okay. Their D tackles are good run stuffers. I wouldn't be shocked this will be upset in my opinion. But I'm gonna roll with the Saints with Derek Carr, my homeboy Derek Carr.
All right. And then Browns at Steelers. Oh man, I don't want to pick the Browns just because I hate them, but I'm gonna just because God, Pittsburgh looked terrible against San Francisco.
Go ahead and say the Steelers on this one, just because I think Deshaun Watson, he looks pretty good, but I don't think he can keep going to be, you know, a good quarter. I mean, he was good when he went to the Texans and played there for a while, but I think after being 2 years off, he's not going to be elite like he was. I think he'll be all right, but I think the Steelers defense is going to shut him down.
And the reason I'm going with the Browns, Nick Chubb, because the Steelers defense allowed 165 yards to Christian McCaffrey, and Nick Chubb is
Mm-hmm.
just as good as McCaffrey.
Right? Yeah.
Drew, what about you, bro?
I'm going with the Cleveland Massages. The reason being, like you said, is Nick Chubb's and Miles Garrett has like every quarterback's number. And Browns defense is actually not that bad, but it's not that good either. You got the convicted felon a quarterback. He could do some plays here and there, but he's pretty much dog water. But they still have Amari Cooper. Peoples Jones is all right. Jojoku, he's a player here and there. And their Browns offensive line is still okay. But yeah, I hate to say it, but the convicted felons is going to take the win.
All right. Well, that's all the games that we have this week. These first couple weeks are going to be loaded because all the teams are playing. Once the bye weeks start rolling in and more teams start looking like dog shit, these predictions are going to roll a lot faster. Zach, thank you for being on here, bro. I'm glad you did the predictions with us, man.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you guys invited me, and I'll be back on next week.
All right, and we'll see who won the predictions. They said we're not counting the Cowboys game because I didn't pick that one.